And welcome to the meeting of the Board of Trustees and the Mayor of the Village of Flossmoor. Today is Monday, December 15th. In addition to celebrating the season of lights, we have some other celebrations and recognitions that I'm very excited to share with you this evening. Before we get started, just want to remind you that this meeting is being streamed via Zoom for the convenience of those who are unable to make it in person. The time is 7:04. Clerk Porter, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Daggett. Here. Trustee Dorsey. Here. Trustee Lofton. Here. Trustee Mitros. Here. Trustee Mustafa. Here. Trustee Rogers. Here. Mayor Nelson.
Present. Thank you so much. We have a quorum. First up, I'd like to welcome Chief Carl Estelle to the podium to begin our recognitions and also our advancements.
Good evening, Mayor, Board of Trustees, community and family members. I'd like to first thank you all for allowing us to have this time to make this recognition for an accomplishment by Commander Filkins, the introduction of our new Sergeant, Sergeant Levy, and for 3 brand new officers who will be sworn in today as part of our Flossmoor Police Department family. Each introduction of a sergeant and an officer will be followed by the ceremonial oath of office, which will be administered by Village Clerk Porter. Following our acknowledgments, we'd like to ask every police officer, family member, and friends if you all would proceed to go downstairs for a brief gathering after they're sworn in, okay? Right now, I'd like to call up Commander Tim Filkins. The Illinois Association of Chief of Police, ILACP, is pleased to announce that Commander Tim Filkins has been designated as a certified eligible police chief through the association's Police Chief Certification Program. The ILACP designation signifies that Commander Filkins has met their standards of competency and conduct for his profession. To be eligible for consideration, Commander Filkins had to meet the ILACP's criteria for experience, education, professional membership, and community involvement. In the first phase of the certification process, Commander Filkins was evaluated on the basis of his extensive law enforcement experience, including command and executive posts, a solid educational background that encompasses a continuing education and training, and his continuing participation in relevant professional and community organizations. Commander Filkins then faced an examination panel consisting of 2 active Illinois chiefs of police and a college professor specializing in criminal justice principles. The panel is designed to evaluate each candidate in the areas of leadership, management, public relations, ethics, police agency administration, and verbal communication. Only those who are eligible and who have successfully completed all phases of the assessment process are designated a certified eligible police chief in the Illinois ILACP. And I'd like you to give a hand for Commander Filkins. Sergeant David Levy, could you please come up to the front? Is your family joining you? Sergeant David Levy has proudly served the village of Flossmoor for his entire 18-year law enforcement career. The 2008 graduate of the Police Training Institute in Champaign, Illinois, Sergeant Levy distinguished himself early on by graduating first in his class. Shortly after beginning his career, Sergeant Levy was elected to join the Net 3 Tactical Unit, a multi-jurisdictional criminal interdiction team comprised of officers from surrounding communities. During his 10 years with the unit, Sergeant Levy served as a street-level supervisor for 8 years. Within the Flossmoor Police Department, Sergeant Levy has consistently demonstrated leadership and dedication. He has served as both acting shift leader and shift leader, positions that have prepared him well for his new role as a sergeant. Sergeant Levy is also a member of the field training team. Beyond his enforcement duties, Sergeant Levy is deeply committed to community engagement. He has played major roles in the organization runs the Citizens Police Academy, founded the Flossmoor Shot with a Cop program, serves as the MC for the village's annual National Night Out events. His efforts reflect a deep belief in the importance of building relationships with the residents and the businesses of Flossmoor. In 2024, Sergeant Levy was honored by his peers as Officer of the Year. Outside of work, Sergeant Levy enjoys spending time with his wife, Stephanie, daughter, Charlotte, and son, Grayson. He also stays active in competitive sport. He competes nationally in softball with the Chicago Metro Police softball team, which he has earned 3 national titles, and in golf, he's won 3 gold medals at the Can-Am Police and Fire Olympic Games. Sergeant Levy's career reflects a balance of dedication to duty, commitment to professional excellence, and genuine care for the community he serves. The Village of Flossmoor is proud to celebrate his promotion and continued service as a leader within the Flossmoor Police Department. At this time, I ask the village clerk to come and administer his oath.
Say, if you could raise your right hand and state your name.
David Levy.
And repeat after me. I, Sergeant David Levy,
I, Sergeant David Levy,
after having been duly appointed to the office of Sergeant
after having been duly appointed to the office of Sergeant
of the Village of Flossmoor
of the Village of Flossmoor,
of the County of Cook
the County of Cook,
and the State of Illinois,
and the State of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
laws of the State of Illinois,
and the laws of the State of Illinois,
and the Village of Flossmoor,
and the Village of Flossmoor,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Sergeant
of the office of Sergeant
and according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And congratulations.
Officer Jonathan Pennington, could you come forward? Officer Jonathan Pennington was born in Chicago and raised in Olympia Fields. He attended Homewood-Flossmoor High School and began his interest in public service as a Madison police cadet. He later earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Governor State University. Following his graduation, Pennington enlisted in the United States Army, serving 2 tours in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where he worked as a detention specialist. His civilian work experience includes employment with Target and Homewood as a protection specialist and 7 years of service as a police officer in Olympia Fields. During his tenure in Olympia Fields, Pennington served in several leadership and instructional roles, including acting officer in charge, field training officer, use of force instructor, firearms instructor, union president, and pension board president. Pennington credits his family as a constant source of support and motivation, encouraging him throughout his career to strive for excellence. At this time, I ask the village clerk to please come administer the oath.
State your name, please,
Jonathan Pennington.
and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Jonathan Pennington,
I, Jonathan Pennington,
having been duly appointed to the office of police officer
having been duly appointed to the office of police officer
of the Village of Flossmoor
of the Village of Flossmoor
of the County of Cook
of the County of Cook
and the State of Illinois,
and the State of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
the laws of the State of Illinois,
the laws of the State of Illinois,
and the Village of Flossmoor,
the Village of Flossmoor,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
All right, and congratulations.
Officer Anthony Caldenaro, could you please come forward? Officer Anthony Caldenaro is a Homewood native and 2024 graduate of the University of Mississippi, who is committed to serving the community that shaped him. A former college baseball player, he thrives in competitive, team-oriented environments and brings discipline, resilience, and strong situation awareness to his work. He values positive commitment, interactions, and believes that strong relationships are essential to effective policing. Anthony joined the Flossmoor Police Department in April of 2025 and graduated from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy in August. Anthony aims to bring integrity, dedication, and a community-focused approach to the Flossmoor Police Department. I now ask that the village clerk please come administer his oath.
State your name, please.
Anthony Caldenaro.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Anthony Caldenaro,
I, Anthony Caldenaro,
having been duly appointed
having been duly appointed to
to the office of police officer
the office of police officer of
of the Village of Flossmoor
the Village of Flossmoor,
of the County of Cook
County of Cook,
and the State of Illinois,
and the State of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution of
of the United States of America
the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws of the State of Illinois,
the laws of the State of Illinois,
and the Village of Flossmoor,
and the Village of Flossmoor.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
and according to the best of my ability.
and according to the best of my ability.
All right, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Officer Benjamin Barker, could you please come forward? Officer Benjamin Barker is a former United States Air Force Staff Sergeant with a passion for community involvement and emergency response. As a former full-time EMT, Benjamin still holds national certification and plans to use his skill set to help continue to serve his community in every way possible. Officer Benjamin Barker joined Flossmoor Police Department in April of 2025 and proceeded to graduate from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy in August of 2025. Benjamin resides in the area with his fiancee and 3 children. At this time, I ask the clerk to come administer his oath.
State your name, please.
Benjamin Barker.
And raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Benjamin Barker,
I, Benjamin Barker,
having been duly appointed to the office of police officer
have been duly appointed to the office of police officer
of the Village of Flossmoor,
of the Village of Flossmoor,
of the County of Cook,
of the County of Cook,
and the State of Illinois.
and the State of Illinois.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws of the State of Illinois,
the laws of the State of Illinois,
and the Village of Flossmoor.
and the Village of Flossmoor.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
and according to the best of my ability.
and according to the best of my ability.
All right, and congratulations.
I'd like to take a quick moment to recognize Officer Hank Bausch for his appointment to corporal to shift leader. He's the handsome gentleman in the plaid. Also, Officer Salvador Estrada has been appointed to acting shift leader. He's currently on a call of service. Big round of applause.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our first responders from various departments who are here joining us tonight. I also see Chief McGrath from Homewood here. Thank you so much for being here to support these fine young men who have joined our force. We only have one opening left. So if you're interested, see that guy in the back, Chief Estelle. Thank you so much. And we'll go ahead and start with the rest of our meeting. No need to stay unless you'd like. You're welcome to. Otherwise, I hear there's a party in the basement. Yeah.
We're not talking about the budget tonight, are we?
Yeah, you have to stay.
Wow.
I don't know how are they gonna fit everybody?
Baseball at home. Oh, is that right? Yeah. Man. Oh, man. That's stressed out. Yep. Yep. I think he and my son graduated the same year. Oh, I think I'll put what they should have. Oh, that's something. I guess I should have known. I mean, I've honestly known that long, but it makes me just seem a lot older. Time goes by faster when you get older. You notice that? 18 years. Yeah, right. As you said, he was a kid at one time. You knew him then. Yeah, that's what happens.
Good playing.
All right.
Can you all hear me if I go ahead and get started? Great. Thank you so much for your patience. Just a couple of reminders before we start with public comment. Public comment policy is that we ask that you come up to the podium, you state your name, your address, also address the public body at large and not a single member of staff. We ask that you act with decorum and limit your comments to 5 minutes per person for a total public comment time of 30 minutes. And it looks like the folks I have signed up to speak are all from Ballantrae, and I'm guessing all the same issue. Do you want to come up together or do you want to come up individually? I have Linda Franklin, Lonnie Small, Norma Adams, and Donald Ray. Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome.
What's the greatest issue? That we were not notified?
Right. I'll get in it.
Okay, good afternoon. I should say good evening. My name is Donald Ray. I'm a Ballantrae resident of more than 20 years. I live on Selkirk. And a few weeks ago, I was looking out my kitchen. I saw 4 or 5 guys in my yard digging and spraying. I had no idea why, so I went out to ask them. And I was notified that AT&T is laying cable. So as part of us being here, the first question is, was anybody notified? Should we have been notified? And was anyone notified that they will come out and dig? Much to my surprise.
Okay. We have 2 of our residents that have their cables broke already. Okay, I had to give up Thanksgiving because my oven is broke from one of their shortage. Who else is that? Anyways, I just wonder, when downtown Flossmoor they were doing the project downtown Flossmoor, everybody's newsletter, flyers, posters, everything was up. We're wondering why we didn't get a notice. Now, we understand that we can't stop AT&T from coming in our property. We understand all that. But what we want to know is, we didn't get a notice from our president. We didn't get a notice from the village. And now we got all these people coming out of their bathroom, running across the room, and all of a sudden you got a man looking in your window that you didn't know was there, okay? There's children in them houses, okay? So what we want to know, why we didn't get a notice from anybody. Okay, so anybody else to say?
So just looking forward, my yard was tore up a week ago. It's torn up. We're in the dead of winter. So I'm assuming all of the things that should be done, like laying the side. I went and asked the guy, I said, well, what prevention do you all have in place in case you break one of the water lines for the irrigation sprinkler system? He first said they don't have anything in place. And then he said they would know when they feel it if it's broke. So, we just have those questions. In addition, the yards are going to be tore up for the remainder of the winter season. Easily, we're going to have questions through June and July. If, like, I cut my irrigation system off, I don't think I could turn my system on to see if the lines are broken, but I mean, that would be appropriate, but it's just some of those things. This is a couple of things that have not been addressed. And so we're just presenting them to you all at this time.
Yeah, does anybody else have anything they'd like to add before?
Just want to say one more thing. We have graveyard holes in our backyard. These aren't those little holes. You're talking about dirt sky high, okay? So it's winter. How do we know when they get ready to put our grass back? When are they going to do it in winter? Is it going to grow? No. So they tell us we only have 1 month to report anything that's broke. Otherwise, they're not going to fix it. So we come to you guys and maybe you can help us. If they don't take care of it, maybe you can do something for us. Okay, that's why we're here.
Do you know if anybody has contacted AT&T directly to voice a concern?
Have you? No, we've tried. They've tried.
Mr. Holmes?
So, they came to our HOA meeting, in November, AT&T did, and said they were gonna start digging up our backyards. And they gave us a phone number and a name to contact, but at the time they had said they'd only give us 30 days from when they did the work to file any claims. Well, obviously, we all have sprinkler systems over there in Ballantrae. We're not gonna be able to turn those on until the spring. So when I did end up contacting the other AT&T representative, he did say that he would extend it. And I know, Mayor, you've reached out to the board. So we are actively getting addresses and names of people together so we can give, I believe you had said that maybe we'd be doing something more collective with your guys' help with AT&T, just to make sure that we don't have a 30-day grace period, that it does extend into the spring when we can assess our lawns and our sprinkler systems.
Excellent, thank you. Anybody else?
Hi, my name's Lonnie Small. This morning, I woke up, there were 4 guys in my backyard. I didn't know what they were doing or who they were. I went out to address them. They said they were with AT&T and they were doing the fiber optics. I'm working on my computer. All of a sudden, my computer dies. Says, gentlemen, you guys broke my cable line. Oh, we'll fix it. That was 9 o'clock this morning. Today, right now at, I don't know what time it is, there's no cable. 7:30, there's no cable, no internet in my house. This is affecting my job. It's affecting my entertainment. I like to watch the news and stuff on TV. But I spoke to the gentleman as they left. He said, I'm going to contact my manager because we weren't able to repair what we broke. Who's responsible for getting my cable up? Who's going to reimburse me for this time? If Comcast did something wrong, they would fix it and I would get a credit for the time I don't have this internet. I've heard nothing. I don't even know who to contact. I just got a number from this meeting. I got a number of somebody I might be able to call. But as of right now, I have no internet. I have no cable. And that area that they dug up, I have a sprinkler head there. And like everybody just said, we can't turn our sprinklers on until spring, because if you try to do anything now, the lines will freeze. So I don't know how much damage is done to my head or the sprinkler line or anything. I have no idea of what damage is done.
Mr. Small, are you comfortable sharing your address with me?
3712 Culloden. Cullloden.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Mildred.
Hi. Hey, I just want to add, because I'm his neighbor and I'm hoping my cable does not go out when I get home. 3710, if you can add that as well. So real quickly, the guys who came out to spray and mark where they were going to dig or whatever it is that they're doing, they did tell me specifically that the guys who are going to come out and dig did not care if things broke. So really, we just want to know who's responsible. Are you the right party? Should we call AT&T? Where's the right party?
The right party is technically AT&T.
Okay, good to know.
However, I did make the gesture to your HOA president that if he could get me a collective list of names, addresses, and the issues that folks are facing, that I would also send that to my contact at AT&T to make sure that we have in writing that you have some guarantees.
Awesome.
And that, to make sure that these problems are addressed. I am particularly, especially since you work from home, Mr. Small, I am particularly concerned about your issue. So I'm going to do some follow-up on my end, but also I'd appreciate it if you did some follow-up on your end with that number that you were given today. So we'll attack the problem from 2 different sides. I'm going to ask Mr. John Brunke, our Director of Public Works, if he could just comment on what normally happens. We have AT&T doing work in other areas of the village right now, and throughout the south suburbs, in order to try to get the fiber network expanded, which is great news. Also create some problems too, and I'm very sorry for those. But Mr. Brunke, would you please address what A&T does, and they're independent, and how we try to work together with them?
Sure. So just a real quick background. Obviously, this is an AT&T fiber optic project that they're doing throughout the village in multiple neighborhoods. It's not a village project, but they do have to permit it through the village. But they are doing the work in easements and right of ways where they have the right to be there per their franchise agreement. That being said, if there anybody telling you that there's 30 days before you can file a complaint, absolutely incorrect. Please forward those issues to the village, to Public Works, and we will send it to our liaison and the project manager for that job. They will come deal with it and they will fix it before we close it out with them. So they do have a permit with the village, so we can hold them to that. So if you have an outage from Comcast, Mr. Smith, I believe. Small, I'm sorry. I would call Comcast right away and put a call in that your service is out. And then there's a contractor working in your backyard and you believe somebody hit it. You should really do that, because if you wait for AT&T to do it, it's going to take a lot longer, and you're not going to be responsible to pay for it. But you want to get Comcast out there, because when they see that they're working out there and it wasn't located and they hit the line, or it was located and they hit the line, they're going to be paying for it. It won't be your issue. But if you do have a problem with that, please call Public Works and we can help you navigate those waters. But please, yeah, if you do have any lines hit, please call. But also we will get that to AT&T so their project manager knows what's going on.
And
So
what
we can,
noti-
like Mayor Nelson said, we can hit this from a couple different angles. It's been a headache that they were not good in the other neighborhoods, and I don't expect them to be much better, unfortunately. But we don't have a lot of control over that, how their contractors are doing the work.
And can you explain what kind of notice is typical? What kind of notice they are giving in the neighborhoods that they're working in? Because I think there's some concern that they didn't give proper notice here.
AT&T was supposed to be giving advance notice up to, I believe, a month or so, and by door hanger on the houses or letters is what they told the village. It doesn't sound like that was going on. It sounds like they did come to the HOA meeting, but I don't know if they did door hangers.
Door hangers on, they go, actually, we probably know you guys don't want door hangers on your house. I specifically spoke up at the meeting and told them, no, we need door hangers on every one of these 200 homes.
Absolutely. They have to do that. And because if somebody doesn't hear what happened at the meeting, you don't have to notice. So it's not something the village puts communications out, unfortunately, because there's so many different utility projects going on. We couldn't keep up with all those notices. Plus, we don't get notice when they're starting. They get a permit and it's good for a year. They can come anytime in that year and start, finish. They don't give us a notice when they're coming 24, 48 hours out. It doesn't happen, unfortunately. So. Yeah, they in other neighborhoods they passed out door hangers, but they were like the day before they did the work. That was an issue we had in Heather Hill neighborhood. We found out about they're supposed to be doing it well in advance, and they were not. So they were told by us they got to give advance notice. They can't come the day of and put a door hanger on the door and expect you to have proper notice. That's not appropriate. It's not right.
So, I'm sorry. So who exactly should we be taking it up with? So these neighborhoods are very nice and beautiful. And I don't have the issue yet. I have flags. But I work from home too. And I'm afraid when they start digging, it may interrupt my work as well.
Hopefully not, but yes, I mean, if you get a hit line, like if your Comcast goes out, just right away call Comcast and report that your service is out. That's the best thing you can do right away. And then call the village and report it to us so we can make a list. If you're doing a collaborative effort, I do like that idea, trying to get everybody together. But unfortunately, this is going to happen in steps, the issues. Get us the information any which way you can. I can leave you my business card. You can email me or call Public Works and report it to a receptionist, and we can follow up and get the information to the proper people right away. So I will tell you though that the restorations in your backyard probably aren't going to happen till spring, March, April, May. Yeah. They'll backfill the holes because they have to. If they don't, please call us right away, but they should be backfilling, leveling things off. But the restorations can't be done till growing season. So. unfortunately.
To your point regarding Comcast, I was on the line more than an hour tonight because our cable is out. And Comcast said they could not tell on their end that there was a problem. So there was a problem with the connection. And to your point regarding the easement, is the area where they are supposed to dedicate their movement. That is not what they are doing. They are disrespecting our property by coming well beyond the easement. So I think as residents of this community, it becomes the village job to say, we're being offended by them not recognizing what easement is. And so we're hoping you will stand with us and say something to them regarding that.
We'll be happy to forward that on to them. Yes, we have a liaison with AT&T, and we also have the project coordinators and managers. We have their contact information on the permit, so we can get a hold of them. So we're happy to do that. Yeah, I should be able to just walking out there. I can tell by finding the property corner where the easements are at. Yeah.
Just to satisfy that they are off of their easement rights with the directional boring machines and then go from there.
Yeah, if you can at least contact us and give us the address, and that's so we know where we're going, we can go check it out. But there might be quite a few of them, but yeah, we could do that.
Ma'am, can you, what is your address? What was your name?
3737 Ballantrae.
Mayor, would it be an advantage maybe to have a HOA put together a letter with the addresses of the folks, particularly those that are being impacted on their private property? We understand that they operate in the easements, as does ComEd and everybody else for that matter. But the damage that we have pictures of actually shows private property. So
Yeah, so I asked the president of the HOA if he could come up with a list of names, phone numbers, addresses, and then the damage that occurred. And I like Trustee Lofton, what you said about photos too. If there's a photo that accompanies it, that's great to have also.
Excuse me. We had a call today, Deborah did, from the president, and he told her to, if she can find out anybody who's got problems with their sprinklers, and that's his job, the sprinklers or anything that's going on that's broke, let him know, but why is he doing that? That's, I'm just saying this because he also lied about, and I'm gonna put this out there, about passing out the flyers. He never passed them out. He didn't want to pass. His nephew is involved is one of the people who's working at the with the AT&T people. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but something's not right. And to tell him, he can tell you, okay, give me this information, or you can try to get it from him, but I don't think that's going to happen unless we give it to you.
Well, let's see. We just talked yesterday, so let's see how far we get.
Great.
That too. But I definitely appreciate you all coming out to let us know. And I'm really sorry. This is a terrible time of year for all of those issues.
Just one final question with regard to assurances of repair. Is there an end date? And if not, or when that date comes about, do we contact you if it's in August?
Yeah, they have a year.
September?
They have technically a year on the permit to finish the work, but I would imagine they're going to come sooner than that. They're going to want to do the restoration in the spring because the contractor is going to want to get paid, and he's not going to get paid till the restoration it's fully complete. But
we're contacting you.
You should, yes. Call Public Works and
Thank
let us know. Yes, that would be your best option.
All right, thank you. Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you so much.
Mayor, could I ask just a quick question?
Sure, Trustee Daggett.
John, when they pull a permit for work like this, do they have to secure a bond as well?
They do not.
Okay.
Through their franchise, I believe, agreement, they do not need one. Okay. They're covered.
Okay, thank you.
John, also, this work is actually being done by independent contractors that work for AT&T. They aren't bonded?
He's got three people talking to him at the same time.
I don't want to interrupt that either. Yeah. I would think so. I would think so. Yeah. John, I
I'm
didn't want to
sorry
interrupt
about
you. Typically, this work is done by independent contractors working through AT&T.
Yes, correct.
And those contractors aren't required to be bonded to do their work. They would be on normal projects, I would imagine.
Through AT&T, they're not working for the village, so they don't get bonded through the village, I don't believe, right, Scott? So.
Okay.
Right, thank you. That's all I have for public comment. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Anything anybody wants pulled off for discussion? Seeing none, Clerk Porter, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Daggett.
Yes.
Trustee Dorsey.
Yes.
Trustee Lofton.
Here. Yes.
Trustee Mitros.
Yes.
Trustee Mustafa.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
And Mayor Nelson.
Vote. Motion passes. Thank you so much. We don't have anything else formal on the open agenda tonight, but I will call for a motion to go into executive session and to discuss the sale of village property. But before I do that, I'm going to call for other business. So that way, when we come out of closed session, we'll just immediately adjourn. You are welcome to stay while we're in closed session. But by all means, if you would like to get on with your evening, just know that we appreciate you being here. I'll start with other business. Trustee Rogers.
None.
Thank you. Trustee Mustafa.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I didn't want to pull anything off the consent agenda, but I do have just one question regarding the parking rules. Do the rules include all village lots also?
Yes, they do.
So that would be the library lot also?
Yes, it would.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to offer an additional congratulations to Commander Filkins and Sergeant Levy, also to the new officers. I've worked closely with Commander Filkins and Sergeant Levy, and I want to say personally that fine professionals. They do a great job. They're great people. My first ride along was with Officer, he was an officer at the time, Officer Levy, and his willingness to share information, his ability to stay calm. With me in the car, I thought maybe that would make it a little bit difficult, but no, he handled everything like the professional he is. And I just want to give an additional congratulations to them both. That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Mitros.
Want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We don't have any more meetings.
January, yeah.
So just everyone, enjoy the time with your families. Careful.
Thank you. Trustee Lofton.
I concur. Happy holidays to everyone. Be safe and be loving to your families. And I too applaud Commander Filkins and the new officers, Sergeant Levy. Great people. I've had similar encounters individually with Filkins and Levy, and they're really gentlemen and extremely strong security people. Glad to have them.
Thank you. Trustee Dorsey.
Village Manager Bartel, did you get the email about the one issue the person had of paying bills online, and because we cap it out at $500, if the bill is higher than $500, they have to pay another fee?
Yes, thank you for bringing that to my attention. We use a third-party vendor for payment of water bills, and that is a component of their system. So there is a cap, which then necessitates a second payment to be made. We are in the process of breaking that contract and moving to BSNA's cloud payment system that will eliminate the need for that.
Right.
And do you want to add any more comments to that?
So Invoice Cloud is who we use for our online payment vendor. When they were set up, when we originally went to BSNA in 2021, that was in the contract of the maximum amount. In theory, it keeps our fees lower because we don't use a percentage base. It's just a set dollar amount base, but there is a threshold of what the payment has to be. But it's a headache. So like Bridget said, we are moving to a better system here very shortly.
Well, that's good news that we are moving to a different system, because I've seen those type of systems before, but if you're paying the same invoice number, it automatically associates the original fee instead of adding another fee. But since we're moving away from it, that's absolutely fine. My only other comment is much what many others have said. One, I didn't know that I've known Dave Levy 18 years. That really makes me feel old. And then the other other new officer, Carteron, I believe the name was, I coached him in baseball when he was a kid. That again makes me feel old. But I love the fact that we have residents looking to this as a career and choosing to come back home to serve home. That says something special about the individual, but it also says something special about the community that we have. So again, I'm happy to see that, and everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Excuse me, do we know when the conversion to the cloud will be, so that, and thank you, Trustee Dorsey, for bringing that up, that we could give a complete answer to the resident who inquired?
We will, certainly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Daggett.
Thank you. Couple quick things. First, thank you. My wife and I volunteer with a organization called Faithful Meals in Motion, and they had their annual toy and coat drive this past Saturday. Couple of thank yous. Number one to District 161 and Dr. Dana Smith, who is absolutely, they basically give the school to them for that event. Just donate it to them, which is fantastic. They offer tons of support. They've helped out in many, many ways. And some of the schools that send kids to this, he's now committed that he's going to help with a logistics issue because they've been unreliable, unfortunately. So special thanks to 161. Also Stephanie Wright, who does a lot to make sure that word gets out about this event. Anyone who volunteered or helped or contributed to it, thank you so much. Mayor Michelle, I know you put a couple shout outs about it. It's a great organization, and the woman who runs it is Renee Ruffin, and she works tirelessly all year to make sure that these kids get they get a meal, they get gifts wrapped with their name on it that they wanted. It's an amazing organization. So I will look forward to doing it again next year, and we'll get more word out and hopefully get even more support from the community. But just thank you for everybody involved in that. Quick note on the officers, similar to what my trustee here said. One of the things that's so amazing about having officers come back to the community that they grew up in is they don't have to learn the community. There's nothing to figure out. They already know what we are, and they want to come back. That's amazing. David Levy is such a resource for our community to have him in that position. So I'm really glad to see that promotion happened. So one last thing, a little condolence to you now that the Kansas City Chiefs are out of the playoffs. Mayor, I just wanted to let you know the Bears bandwagon is big, and you can jump right on with us.
It was a good run. I might have to.
Okay. So you're more than welcome. We'll accept you with open arms.
Thank you. Clerk Porter.
Say, as with everybody else, I want to congratulate all the officers and Sergeant Levy who were here tonight, and for all the work that they do. And then I also wanted to extend congratulations to the Flossmoor Service League for the wonderful event they held over the weekend to raise money for local charities that raised thousands of dollars for different charities in our area.
Thank you. Village Attorney.
Happy holidays.
Village Manager.
Happy holidays.
I just wanted to take a moment to point out this new pamphlet that staff put together. Trustee Mustafa jokingly said that this was for her and Trustee Mitros. Identity Safety for Seniors. There's also a really great link on our website that was just added, thanks to Nicole Castagna. And we're also looking at additional ways to get the word out to our seniors, because I think our seniors like to get mail, like nice mail. not ads. But anyway, some really great tips to protect yourself from identity theft. And if you go to our webpage and you click on the police department page, it's right underneath that page. Also want to encourage folks to come out to the menorah lightings in Flossmoor Park for the next 6 nights. We've had 2 really cold nights of of lightings, but it's been fun. And then we'll be lighting the Kinara for Kwanzaa, December 26th through January 1st. So happy Hanukkah, happy Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy New Year, and see y'all in January. Oh, and one other thing, I just want to thank the board all year long for your work, for taking my late calls, my weekend calls, my whenever calls. I appreciate all of the work that you do all year long to make this community better. And I want to recognize the folks in the back of the room there, our directors and our village manager. These folks don't get a day off. They are working tirelessly, even when we're enjoying our holidays. They're always on call. And I want to thank you all for all the work that you do to make this village a wonderful place. All right, with that, can I get a motion to go into closed session for the discussion of the sale of village property?
So move. Second.